I have not made a video in a long time, and I thought that I should make one today. I'm barely on here because I'm driving, so I gotta be safe. I'm holding my phone. Matter of fact, let me put this hoe down. Shit. Anyway, summer's about to start, and everyone either already has been working on their summer body, or maybe they getting a late start. Whatever your situation is, I just got a few words. Now, I know I'm not a small person right now, short, but I used to be a lot heavier than I currently am, and I'm still have, ways to go. I've had some ups and downs. I've never gotten back to what I was. I was approximately 290 something, knocking on 300 some years ago. Right now, I'm about 50 pounds lighter than that. And I've kind of fluctuated. The lowest that I went down after that was like 220, 215, something like that. And I've gotten back up to about 250. And just fluctuating because of sugar addiction, eating habits based on that sugar addiction, and not enough movement to basically work that off. I want to let people know, I want people to understand that there is no magic pill. There is no magic workout. There is no magic one particular food that is going to make you get to where you want to be as far as your weight or your size or your shape. It's a combination of you eating less bad things, eating more good things, moving more, and being sedentary less, getting more rest, and spending less time not getting rest, de-stressing, and spending less time focusing on stressful things. That's it. That's all. That is it. That is all. You can go have a weight loss surgery. You can get a band. You can have a bypass. You can go get it all cut off. You can get liposuction. You can get a tummy tuck. You can get all of that shit, and trust and believe, and I've seen it over and over again, all of that will come back. The weight will come back. It might come back and look a little different, but it's gonna come back with a vengeance. For some people, it come back and they look worse. For some people, it come back and their shape is a little better, but they big and their health declines because they thought that just changing this aspect right here to doing this one thing was going to make a long-term difference. It doesn't. You got to eat like your life depends on it, because it does. You have to move like your life depends on it, because it does. Most diseases are not hereditary and are not genetic, are not inherent. Most diseases come from the foods that we eat and the environment that we're in, and are exacerbated or made worse by the lack of activity that we have on top of that, are made worse by the increase of stress and the focus on stressful things on top of that, are made worse by us not getting enough sleep. Never mind actually laying down and going to sleep, closing your eyes, and you gone unconscious. No, just resting. Having periods of time where you're not doing anything but just relaxing. Put your feet up, or meditating, or doing some sort of aerobic or some sort of exercise that relaxes you, like stretching, yoga, swimming. I don't know. Going to the gym, getting in the pool, and getting a jacuzzi. That's not rigorous, but it's still movement. It is still de-stressing. It is still relaxation. It is rest. Your body needs to recuperate. And a lot of shit that we put in our body doesn't ever allow our bodies to recuperate. Our bodies are always trying to process this bullshit that we put into ourselves every day. And you might say, oh, well, I don't eat chips, I don't eat junk food. But you eat things that have sugar in them. Oh, I cook at home, I make everything. Well, what are you making it with? Those things all need to be considered. No, you don't have to turn into a vegetarian and just eat, raw vegetables all the time and chicken breast every day. No. There is such a plethora, such a myriad, such a variety of fruits and vegetables and meat that a person can eat and never really have to eat things that are unnatural sugar. There's so many different things. I had someone ask me before, well, what do you like to eat? And I told them, what I just said, fruits, vegetable, protein. And they said, well, it's going to be hard for us to find somewhere to go eat. Well, what do you eat? Huh? Wait, what? The limitation is in the fried, dyed, laid to the side food. That's where the limitation is. It's only so many ways you can fry chicken. I mean, let's be for real. You can fry anything. I mean, come on. It's a lot of dishes out there. But if you really look at the basis of them, a lot of them are prepared the same way. In the same way that is killing us. And they're not helpful. But then you look on the flip side of, let's say, vegetables. I could name a whole bunch of vegetables right now. If you just Google list of vegetables or ChatGPT list of vegetables, that list is you're going to just scroll. It's going to be so long. There's so many vegetable groups and families. You got your cruciferous stuff, and you have actual fruits, and berries. Like, there's so many different types of things that we can consume. You just talk about potatoes. Potatoes have gotten a bad rap because they have starch and sugar. But again, that is not unnatural sugar. So even that is better for you, healthier for you than you eating, let's say, a bowl of cereal, a bowl of fucking Fruit Loops or some shit. It's better. A whole baked potato is still going to be better for your body, better for your gut, better for the bacteria that needs to have healthy food in order to work properly. And so that bacteria works properly, then it makes your body work properly. Then it makes you get rid of things that you should get rid of. We lose fat and impurities and things that come to try to attack our body. We lose those things through our waste. But if you're not eating anything that's making you have any waste, and if you're not moving and doing anything that make you sweat or any of that, then what's going on? Where is it going? Into your fat stores, into your organs, into your lungs, into your heart, into your brain. And nobody thinks about this shit. We just want to go eat. We just want to go eat. It starts at the table. Abs are definitely made in the kitchen, but even if you're not trying to have abs, I don't give a damn about no six-pack. So what? I'm a woman. Okay. So that might be somebody else's goal. I don't give a fuck about that. What I want to make sure of is that I'm here, that I'm alive and well, and not spending my hard-earned money going to the doctor all the time because this is wrong and that is wrong and that is wrong. I recently shifted what I eat. I've always been a lover of vegetables and fruits, but I was accompanying it with the things that I shouldn't have. Thinking like, oh, I had this, let's say for instance, I had some fried chicken. Well, if I eat an apple or a salad, you know, afterward, or eat a salad with this meal, I'm a, you know, like clean myself out. Helpful, yes, it does help keep you regular, but it still was, I was still building, I was basically tearing down what I was building up by having the vegetables. So I eliminated a lot of bad things out of my day-to-day diet. And it's not a diet like, oh, I'm just doing this for a few months until I lose this amount of weight and then I'm gonna go back to bullshit. No, this is a lifestyle. This is how I eat now. It's not changing. I don't care what restaurant I go to. I don't care who I'm with, unless I decide, hey, this is the day that I'm, you know, throwing caution to the wind, or this is the meal that I'm throwing caution to the wind, and I'm gonna have this processed something, or this piece of candy, this whatever, this cookie, not the whole roll, okay? Outside of that, I eat like I got some sense 24/7. And I just started doing this consistently just a few months ago. And in that time, every ache, every pain, backtrack real quick, I had numbness and tingling in my leg. Could not feel my leg. They told me that I had a pinched nerve. Did a CAT scan, all kinds of different things, like trying to figure out what, you know, what it could be. Is it a spinal thing or whatever? They really couldn't tell. And of course, everything leads back to, well, you're heavy. You know, you have all this weight on, you know, your frame, you're a short person, you know, you should be this size or this weight based on your BMI or whatever. And I said, okay, all right. Switch things up, and I don't feel numbness and tingling anymore. I don't feel pain at all when I walk. I don't feel any sort of aching. I don't feel a lot of shit. I'm about to be 40. I'm about to be 40, and as far as my body is concerned, I feel like I'm in my 20s. I really do. Like, I don't feel any different. Mentally, you know, mentally and emotionally, you know, all of that maturity and stuff is there, but physically, I feel great. Probably better than I did back then. Because I'm focused on making sure that I'm eating what I'm supposed to eat, moving how I'm supposed to move. Even if it's just walking every day. Even if it's, you know, taking an extra trip through the building, you know, after I've been teaching, or, you know, in between classes or whatever. Just walking on purpose, parking further away from the door somewhere so that you have to walk, or whatever, taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Like, all those little things add up. And then of course going to the gym or working out at home, whatever that, you know, you choose to do, that adds up. But the eating is the biggest thing, because I don't go to the gym every day. I go every weekend. I try to make it during the week, but hey, it be like that. But baby, it's made a huge difference. So I said all that to say this: quit looking at gimmicks. You know, you can buy whatever you want to buy. I'm not here to tell anybody. I'm not here to sell you shit. I'm not here to sell anybody no products. That's why my face ain't even on here. I'm parked now and everything. But I want people to live, have life and more abundantly. You can't have that if you are eating like you don't care about your body. Simple as that. First thing is changing our mindset about what we put in our body, how we move, how we rest, and how we handle stress. That's all.